Welcome to another How To Monday video. In this video, we're gonna do a simple but super good side dish. Cabbage with some bacon and white wine sauce. Check this out, here's how we do it. So for our first ingredient, obviously bacon, here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna cut lardons. Lardons are nice little strips of bacon. You're gonna go half-inch slices all the way down. That's it. For the next ingredient, the main ingredient, the cabbage, I'm going to go ahead and do large dices on this. If you have any question on how to really prep cabbage, I will put the link to that video. I did a video just solely on how to cut cabbage. Check it out. I only have a few ingredients here. I've got some butter, the bacon, some garlic, the cabbage, and then a little bit of white wine. My saute pan is on, it's getting hot. Now I always say this in all my videos. Follow me in the order that I cook the ingredients in. It's very important because every ingredient needs to be dealt with accordingly. Bacon cooks at a different rate, garlic cooks at a different rate, the cabbage is going to cook at a different rate. So to bring all this together in one magical little side dish, follow me in the correct order. It is important. No oil in this pan. Reason why is the bacon is going to be my fat. Now watch your temperature. You don't want this bacon to burn. We want to just slowly pull the fat out of the bacon. So here's a great example of what I'm talking about. My pan was obviously a little hot when I first threw the bacon in. So what happens is the bacon will caramelize on the outside, but it'll still remain really fatty. And what we're trying to do is get this bacon crispy. So that's why it's important to cook it low and slow, because the outside won't burn. The outside will cook slow, and then the inside, all the fat will slowly start to render from the bacon. So you're gonna end up with a much crispier bacon if you go low and slow than ripping hot. So another trick when you're cooking bacon in the pan, when you start to see a lot of fat build up, dredge this fat off. Now I want to save this fat for this recipe, so I'm gonna actually just dredge it off on the side. But the drier the pan is, the more the bacon will render, the more the fat has an area to go to. If it's just sitting in its own fat, then it actually is deep frying and it won't render down as crispy. So make sure you try to keep your pan as dry as possible throughout your cooking process of bacon. So I see that the fat is building up again. I'm gonna go ahead and dredge the fat out of the pan and then bring it back. See, nice dry pan. We continue doing this. This technique I showed you of dredging the fat, this works for duck breast, this works for chicken thighs with the skin on. The drier the pan is with the heavier fatty protein, the more crispy it's gonna come out. Because what happens is, as that protein is cooking in the fat, it's like insulating, it's like deep frying it. So the fat can't pull itself away from the protein, therefore leaving you with a cooked piece of like fatty skin. You know, it's kind of chewy and fatty, it's not crisp. That's what we want, crisp. So right here, we're gonna go ahead and pull our bacon out, we're gonna put it to the side and reserve it for later. I'm gonna add a little bit of bacon fat to the pan, the bacon fat that I saved from earlier, just a little bit. We're gonna turn our heat back up. Garlic in. This is gonna be a quick toast. As soon as you start to smell garlic, which I do already, we're gonna drop in our cabbage because we don't want our garlic to burn. Cabbage is gonna cool the pan down. We're gonna give this a toss. Now we're gonna add our white wine. What that white wine's gonna do, it's gonna add a nice little bite to the entire meal. There's a lot of fat in there from the bacon, so we wanna bite through some of that with a little bit of acidicness. That's gonna be the white wine. Also the white wine is deglazing the bottom of the pan where all that nice bacon bits were. So it's been about 4 minutes. The wine is pretty much cooked out. If you go over your pan and give it a little smell and you don't smell that strong alcohol smell, then your wine is cooked off. At the beginning, test it. At the very beginning, when you first add in your alcohol, whatever it is, go over the pan and smell the vapors that are coming off, and you'll smell the alcohol. As it cooks, it slowly starts to dissipate. Right here, my pan has pretty much dried back up. We're gonna go ahead now. You're gonna add your butter. What that's gonna do is it's just gonna finish everything up. It's gonna cream out that wine that you added in there. It's gonna add a nice creaminess to your cabbage. Salt and pepper to taste. Give it a quick toss. See, got a nice creaminess here. Awesome flavor. Cabbage is still kind of firm to the bite. It's not completely overcooked. I'm gonna go ahead and now we just throw our bacon back in and give it a toss. This dish is done. So the key takeaways from this recipe is order of operation. As simple as this recipe is, I want you to pay attention to the steps that we went in because your outcome is so much better doing it the right way. Bacon's crispy, cabbage is creamy, cooked perfect, nice little bite. All the flavors are balanced, no burnt garlic. That really comes out in your dish. Burnt garlic is very, very bitter. So everything being cooked correctly makes for a good finished product. This was another How To Monday video. If you like this video, subscribe and give me a thumbs up.